What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy Enlightend Luciferian Prince coming at y'all once again. Welcome. I know it's been a couple of days since I last uploaded. Really been kind of taking a little break from social media for a little while. Taking a little break, trying not to be too much pressure because, one of those situations where you can't overexert yourself, burn yourself out. But I try to pack as much information as I can in these videos so that a lot of people can have a little bit more insight on topics that they may ask me, or those who are really new to the processes, they can get a little bit more insight. As I say it on majority of my videos, this does not constitute legal advice. Anything I say is strictly for informational, educational purposes only. I am not a lawyer. Okay, let's get that straight. But I am a person who likes to read. Genuinely, I like to read and I like to learn new things. And once you apply it, I can say it in my personal life, once you apply it and you apply it correctly, no problem. No problems whatsoever. So with that being said, without further ado, if you're watching this video around children, my videos are not for children. For YouTube guideline purposes, let's let that be known. If you're new to my channel, I always encourage people, pick up a piece of paper and grab a pen and pay close attention. If you have to play this video again, sometimes I do speak a little fast, and it might be something you're unfamiliar with. That's totally understandable. It's A-okay. The best way to actually learn is to actually learn from knowing that you don't know everything. That's where you keep availability towards stuff. So the title of this video is going to be called subsection 9-313, when possession by or delivery to a secure party perfects security interests without filing. Now, I know that's a very long title, but of course I'm not going to put all of that in there. I'm just giving you a general overview of what the context of the video is going to be. The context of the video is going to be basically, a lot of people ask me in emails, it was like, well, do you have to file UCC 1? And is it important if you file UCC 1, so forth and so on. Now, this is in regards to, it's a double-edged sword in this video, and I want you to stick with me because it's a double-edged sword. See, this is talking about tangible property, okay? And see, the UCC 1 is talking about tangible and intangible property, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I want to read the subsection so that we stay on the same page and I don't confuse you, okay? Now, as it says, when possession by or delivery to secure party perfects security interest without filing. This is what the law says. This is not what I conjecture, okay? Subsection A, perfection by possession or delivery. So this is talking about tangible property. It's talking about physical property, okay? Not intellectual property, which is something you can't touch. But we're going to get on that later. Okay, except as otherwise provided in subsection B, a secure party may perfect a security interest in negotiable documents, goods, instrument, money, or tangible chattel paper by taking possession of the collateral. A secure party may perfect a security interest in certificated securities by taking delivery of the certified securities under section 8-301. Now, if you would like to read this in your own time, please feel free to do so. But I'm going to read a very important section that needs to be touched on in this video. And it's talking about subsection C, collateral in possession of person other than debtor. With respect to collateral other than certificated securities and goods covered by a document, a secured party takes possession of collateral in the possession of the person other than the debtor. The secured party or a lessee of the collateral from the debtor in which the ordinary course of the debtor's business when, 1, the person in possession authenticates a record acknowledging that it holds possession of the collateral for the secured party's benefit. 2, the person takes possession of the collateral after having authenticated a record acknowledging that it will hold possession of the collateral for the secured party's benefit. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of people, they talk about authentication of the birth certificate, but this is the subsection in which you need to understand on why you're doing it, and why you're doing it in the first place, okay? your birth certificate, or the birth certificate, I should say, is a security. Now, we totally got that out the way. So, for your own purposes of reading and studying, you can go check this code section yourself, and you can look it up, search it, Google it. It's from Cornell Law School, which is from a law source. This is not conjecture. It's not some hocus pocus somebody made up. But here's the problem that a lot of people do not explain on why you're authenticating your birth certificate. Now let's get on the intangible property, because you have to realize it's a document that's basically verifying that something physical exists, but then again, it's still considered intangible. Intangible is something you cannot touch, i.e. the straw man. You cannot touch it. It's not real. It is a fiction. And the reason why I say that it's important now to pay close attention to what I'm getting ready to say next is the reason why you need to file a UCC1. For those people who don't know why, okay, is because everything that you acquire tangibly, you put the intangible on the contract, okay? Or other entities do. But for that sake of that matter, what you're doing is you're developing a intangible security interest as opposed to a tangible security interest. So in other words, you're securing your strawman, okay? So I know a lot of people had got it wrong when they were talking about, yeah, you know that, you're the debt. No, you're not. And I told people, anybody that ever tells you that you're the debtor is misleading you. Anyone that tells you not to file UCC1 is misleading you. Anyone that's telling you to incorrectly file a UCC1 and leaving yourself as a secure party and the debtor means that it's a non-UCC1 filing. It has no legal conclusive effect whatsoever. See what I'm saying? And private consultations are available on this stuff, because there's certain stuff I just won't say. It's not that I can't, it's just that I won't say it, because then I don't want to get caught up in those whole ideas of, you're trying to educate people, mislead people. I do one-on-one with people, and that's what consultations are for. But in respects to this, when I post videos on this context, I want people to understand that filing these paperwork, these documents, these paperworks, and so forth and so on, with any entity, I'm telling you right now, they don't like it, but who cares? We're not here on this earth to be liked. We're here on this earth to be respected, and especially to present truth and commerce. So when you secure your intangibles in your collateral, you're basically saying you own all rights, title, and interest. See what I'm saying? Hypotheca, hereditament, all the necessary elements that's necessary to prove to any corporate entity beyond a shadow of a doubt, I own this. I own this. See, the thing about governments is that they know that all codes, laws, rules, statutes, and so forth and so on, they are subordinate to UCC1, which meaning that they can enforce it all they want. But as long as you have it on public record that you filed this documentation, there's nothing they can do about it. You see what I'm saying? And so when I say this in the most admirable sense for people to understand. They don't own you, okay? And the thing is, full faith and credit could be applied. So if you try to file in one state in which you live, in another state, one state, the state in which you live, we're not filing it. You can file it somewhere else. Because remember, it's uniform. See what I'm saying? Uniform means just that. That means it's recognized everywhere. Every state must make a provision for UCC. And the thing that they don't also tell you is that they'll give you instructions on the form. Each state will give you a UCC1, but they're never going to tell you how to fill it out. Why would they? Because that means that they no longer have a security interest over your property. See what I'm saying? They can't touch you. Yes, you can go to jail. Yes, you can still be arrested, but you have what's called a right to redress of grievance, because private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. So anyone that wants to make you believe that this makes you bulletproof and that you can't go to jail and all, yes, you can. I mean, trust me. Many police departments have been informed to totally just not entertain it. Many court clerks, many prosecutors, even judges have been informed by the powers that be to be like, you know what, we ain't entertaining this. because they have no remedy. See what I'm saying? They cannot enforce a contract on you because you have a superior security interest over your intangible property. And that's in less than 11 minutes. The reason why it's important to file a UCC 1 is because what you have to do is understand all law is commercial. It's all commerce. Once you step your foot outside of your door in the morning and go handle your business, that's what it is from that point forward. You know what I'm saying? That's from traffic tickets to court filings to child support court. All of it's all business. Okay? All of it's all business. Am I saying it's all legal? No. Well, yes, it's all legal, but am I saying it's lawful? No, it's not. Because any contract that shows a misrepresentation in any way, basically, it's a fraudulent contract. Period. From its inception, from the time it was constructed, from the time it's executed, all the way up until the time to the settlement of the order, it's all commercial. Period. When you file a UCC 1, you're basically putting public on notice, and any entity that wishes to try to collect a remedy from you, you have the remedy. You see what I'm saying? And you're accepting the remedy, you're accepting the presentment for its value. So if someone says you owe something, now you have on public record that you, the natural person, are the secured party to the action, which means that you're not the debtor. You see what I'm saying? See, unless you have a UCC 1 on public record, you're a debtor. You see what I'm saying? Because now people can access your public records free at will. You see what I'm saying? Or they can make charges, put charges against you, and make you the surety for that debt. That's what they do. When you get pulled over, they're trying to make you the surety for a claim. But it's just somebody saying you did something. It's not saying yes, no, guilty, not guilty. It's just all about the subject matter jurisdiction when it comes down to it. Bottom line, this is like kryptonite. I've been using it for years in many legal instances. Yes, you're gonna get resistance. Believe it. You're gonna get resistance. You're going to get resistance. So anyone who wants you to believe that this is not something that's very easy, it's not. It's also a lot of information involved in this because it's going to be about execution in regards to how you handle your commercial business. The object of the game is to not become the party that's liable for the action, while the state entities or corporate entities gain the beneficiary interest in the trust, which you authenticated. So that's the object of the game, is to not become the loser. Yeah, you might have to take a draw sometimes. Are you going to get an outright win? It's rare. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. It's very rare. It's rarer than an orange dove. But I'm just letting you know that it's don't give up when you start these processes. I've been doing this for years, and yes, it is not an easy path. But you have to understand you have to start there with securing your intangible property. But is it necessary to actually file? No, as long as you have possession of the tangible property in the sense that you didn't file. As long as you have possession, that's it. But if you really want to secure that tangible property, that's when you file UCC 1. That's less than 14 minutes. And I hope this shed light for a lot of people to really get it and to understand. And hopefully that you really grasp it. And like I said, study is very highly important for this, because the more you study is the more you know. You see what I'm saying? And trust me, there is no right way to do this. Everyone's life path is different. So it's sort of like you being in a classroom full of like 30 people. Okay? Y'all all can take the same test, but some of y'all gonna pass, some gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna get a decent grade. It's just picture this process as being just that. Some people are gonna have that success. Some people are just gonna be just good enough, and some people are just gonna fail miserably. I'm just keeping it real. So I like to just simplify things for people like that. Like they're like, well, how do you do it? You have to figure it out. You have to figure out where you stand in the scheme of things. There can be so many classes, so many groups, so many organizations. There could be so much of that. But the end of the day, it's up to you. You have to figure out a path that you need to choose for yourself so you can figure it out. And then you'll see it for yourself come to fruition. I mean, in the beginning, I'm gonna keep it real for people who are new here and who haven't really known me yet on YouTube. I'm keeping it real. When I first got into this over a decade ago, it was like calculus to a baby. Like for real, just like what is this? But then when I really got it, I was like, okay, now it's time to start playing some serious chess. So yeah, am I saying it's going to be easy? No. Like I said, I'm not going to be the one that's going to sit here and tell you, yeah, so it's a piece of cake. Nah, it takes time, energy, effort, study, execution. That's the 5 points you need to understand. It is what it is. Bismillah. It takes time. And see, I'm just starting at UCC 1. We haven't even got to UCC 9 yet. And I've been on this for the past couple of videos. It's a long series, but as long as you had the first segment wedged, you're good to go. Because by the time you file, you kind of have a concept of what you need to file and who you need to file it with. Status correction, all that stuff, that's great. But those are no more than affidavits of notice. That's all they are. Notice. But the only way you really correct your commercial status is becoming a secure party creditor. If you would like to become one and actually want to embark upon the path, please email me. I'll leave my email in the video description, and I'll leave it in the comment section as well. I have a Proton mail address. I also have a Gmail address, and I actually do plan on leaving also my Google number in the video description as well. Leave a message. Be brief. No need to go in debt. This is only for people who want to schedule a consultation. That's strictly what it's for. It's a business number. So I'm gonna leave that in the video description as well. Contact me, and I always tell people serious inquiries only. Serious inquiries only. That's it. Other than that, I'm done. Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Agents, fuck you. And other than that, peace, light, love. Y'all take care.